Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The WEC Grand Finals continue right now. I'm LD, and I'm joined here by Winter and Fogged, and we're getting ready to hop into what could be EG's final match in China. They made a beautiful run through the lower bracket, but having lost Game 2 in this series, should they lose this last game, the match will end. If they win this, we go to a deciding best-of-3. So those are the stakes, and $90,000 and a little bit more going to the winner. The loser collecting around $30,000. Still a good chunk of change for the trip, and well, with that being said, the draft's ready. Let's hop into it. Winter, Fogged. So far, bans looking pretty standard here.
Yep.
not much else to really say.
First pick Enigma. There we go.
Yeah. Normally we do wait until there's a little bit more to talk about in the draft to hop into it, but yeah. You guys still believe in EG, and they are dire side again. They get the Xi Enigma, so it's already going to be a much more standard draft for them, but Cloud9 know early on that they're not, they know exactly what their support situation will be, and I'm curious to see how they respond to that.
I wasn't really fully paying attention to every pick and ban. Has Skyrath been completely ignored as well?
He was banned in the second stage last game, I believe.
Last game, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Skyrath was almost close to last ban. Yeah.
Okay, there he is.
Are you a fortune teller, man?
I was just curious because like Void seems to be really ignored, but I don't feel like Skyrath is a hero that can be ignored. That hero is insane.
He does a lot for support. I mean, he can zone, can gank, can burst damage. Yeah. Now everything is coming.
Now it's coming out.
Oh
Back
god.
to basics, boys. Back to basics.
Universe Void. Here we go. Well, I assume it will be Universe, but I just feel like I've never seen a bad chrono from Universe. I'm sure he's had them, but never when I've cast him.
No, it's
actually ridiculous. Now the second bans begin. EG removed the Brewmaster, not wanting Cloud9 to be able to contest them for teamfight control, and Cloud9 will try to take away something from EG here. There's still a Mirana in the pool as a follow-up to the Chronosphere. They do need that support for PPD, and what else? What do you guys expect him to play if this game?
Mirana, I guess.
Yeah, anything besides Mirana, or is that just
Alchemist, Dire, and you can throw the stun.
Yeah, I like the Alchemist idea. I feel like that hero is a little bit underrated, honestly.
Yeah, Alk's good hero. Just have to find a person who really likes to play it. I mean, there's really one big one because a lot of people are just like, oh, Earthshaker's there. Why would you pick like Alchemist, stuff like that? But of course, they're completely different heroes. Yeah, it's just the Acid Spray is really annoying to fight into, and you combine the Acid Spray with the Midnight Pulse, it's just a lot of zone control for EG, not to mention the double ultimate of the Chronosphere as well as the Black Hole. So now Cloud9 will remove the Wraith Cane. They're thinking it'll be a different support for EG, but another hero that works well in the Roche Pit. Now the Naga removed. I was about to say Naga Siren.
We have the Arteezy Naga. Last time they drafted Naga, Winter and I were like, okay, this is Arteezy Naga, and then they actually transitioned it into a support role for Xi, and it completely caught their opponents off guard.
Because the opponent had 0 D push. I think it was the Navi game.
I wouldn't even doubt them to do it in some other weird way, like throwing fear on it and then having something else, because they did do that like dual lane, right? They had a Veno Naga.
Yeah, Veno Naga.
That lane just wrecked. They got like 3 kills, took the tower. Void couldn't farm.
Warlock, just to cancel the Black Hole again.
Well, C9 want teamfight control, I suppose.
AUI really likes it, and he's actually played it really well from what I've seen. Oh, Viper too. Oh man, this is. I mean, I think personally, like right now, those 3 heroes for EG, I'm favoring them quite heavily.
I just feel like there's more way for EG to take the fights right now. Like C9 have to get a really good rock, or they just have no shot.
C9 has something else. They have very good, like they have Prophet plus Skyrath, heroes that can make stuff happen very early on. Like Enigma, Void, and Viper all needs. Like Viper is basically you sit in a lane and just wait for TP support, or just wait for something to happen before you get your mech. I'm not even sure if they get the mech on the Viper or the Enigma this game. So they're just more of like they want to sit and farm in the lane and wait for something to happen, and C9's heroes at the moment with the Scarf and the Prophet have the more aggressive option.
Aha! We're gonna see the Eternal Envy Clinks return. He plays the Clinks very uniquely nowadays. Winter, we saw it earlier in this tournament
the bottle.
Early bottle, he was ganking mid and collecting runes before he even had any core items, and they just give the lane to a support, so that's generally when we'll see the Warlock or the Skywrath take the lane.
And there's one more thing that comes to my mind, you know, Clinkz, it's easy to zone the Void, because assuming it's a Universe Void, it's very easy to zone the Void as a Clinkz in particular.
And generally Void is very hard to zone. High base armor, backtrack, the escape mechanism of a time walk.
Yeah. Oh, this could be... Okay, this is probably Fear's Rasta in my opinion, because I don't think he likes playing Viper.
I like that flexibility that EG have right now. We've seen Fear on support a handful of times. The one other time in this tournament was when they picked Brew, because I think they're just more comfortable with Zai's micro.
If you are saying Fear is playing Shaman, and Zai is playing Enigma, means PPD is on a core row.
Yeah, actually.
Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah, probably not then.
Because PPD usually never changes roles, it's just Fear and Zai, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
We'll see
and
what
Universe,
EG
technically.
plans.
I mean, we saw the Jakiro.
Yeah, the three of them, but not PPD.
Yeah, they could, in theory, maybe put Universe on the Void instead. And I know Arteezy does not like playing Viper, though. He had a real... Did you guys see that game of TI? TI4 in the group stages?
Oh yeah, that one. Of course I did.
Oh, no corrosive skin, right? Was that game?
It wasn't...
He went like 4-3.
Yeah, something like that. He didn't skill corrosive as Viper. I think it was Arteezy.
It wasn't just that. Like, he kept on dying. Like, he actually had a ward top rune, but he was expecting his team to make the MIA call, because he was focusing on his creep block, and enemy Skywrath just literally ran past the ward, killed him once, and then he died again pretty much the same way with Vision. And I don't know. Afterwards, I was told that he just hates playing Viper, and after his first death, he's just like, this game, I hate this game. It's just over. It's over for me, guys.
For C9, they need like a team fight starter, I guess, at the moment. With the Prophet and Clinkz both needs a lot of space to farm. They need someone to start the fights for them.
Yeah, they don't have a great... they do have Warlock, maybe the AUI 2000 Blink, but... you also need to cancel the Black Hole with that, so it's a tough predicament for him.
Have you ever seen Fada play the Warlock or Furion? I'm like trying to look, like, because they've been doing some weird stuff, moving things around. So.
Maybe the Warlock, I guess. Solo mid Warlock.
Okay, I was just curious.
I think it seems like there's a lot of pressure on him after the laning stage this game. Right now, anyway. He's their only initiation, really, until Prophet gets a Hex or something like that.
They need to get someone else that can go make a first move.
My worry is that right now, okay, they get Invoker, that's pretty decent, but they lack a lot of stuns on C9. Like, everyone can just TP out in front of them.
Okay, they have Cold Snap now. Cold Snap legit stun.
Cold Snap or a Golem. That's about it. Deafening Blast, I guess. Sure,
yeah,
whatever.
I guess they can try to farm a Hex, but that is looking way down the road. And EG still seems for now will have the slight advantage in team fights, though. That can quickly change if Clinkz gets a big item.
But the thing is, like C9, if you look at their lineup, they have a lot of stuff. They have the Treants, they have the Golem, and they have the Forge Spirits, assuming it's Exalt Invoker. They have a lot of pushing. They don't really have to be there to push your tower. So they can push.
They have a lot of split and
safe distance from your Void Chrono.
Split and a lot of pick-off potential, because if Clink's just sitting on someone getting ready to kill them, and then Furion, what's the Sunstrike, boom, everything.
Yeah, basically everything. Yeah, they can just kill you without even being there.
The other thing I really like is they have 5 ranged heroes against 2 big AoE ults. They are much less likely to clump up. And so it's going to be hard for EG to land a big Black Hole or Chronosphere, but...
And they did do the Alchemist.
Alright. So EG have obviously a great Roshan lineup, and...
Hey!
No surprises.
That's a Viper, it is a Fear. I said Fear Rasta.
It's a Shaman as a core. Okay.
So this is a 5-position Alch, which is suitable. But Arteezy Viper, we'll see.
Oh my god, I mean...
I know he doesn't prefer this hero.
Yes, no corrosive skin again. I don't know.
This is where it's nice having Fear on the team, because there were so many times at the summit when he was just coaching EG and they had Mason playing, where you'd see Arteezy would start whining a little bit, and Fear would just basically like verbally slap him around and say, "Quit your bitching, get your head on straight and focus." So, imagine Arteezy will be focused, though. He mentioned in an interview, I think Hotbit actually conducted it, that he likes losing just because then it gives him the motivation to want to be the best. And after that loss on day 1, they have really looked a lot more solid on EG.
Has Fada played Invoker with the C9 yet?
No, I think this is his first game.
K-pop is on the case right now.
Okay.
I think it is his first Invoker game on
I think he might have played one, to be honest.
Okay. Maybe an online tournament.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm curious. I want to see how it works out with them. I mean, he's got really no setup. He's got like Sprout, I guess. If he does go Exode, which I'm assuming he will.
Okay, Sprout plus nothing. Golem doesn't count.
He's played it once in Star
Fantastic
Ladder
shot,
versus
dude.
VP, and they lost that game.
Okay.
That is all we know for now.
It doesn't make too much of a difference. I'm just.
So lane-wise, just Nature's Prophet off lane, Clink safe,
Like
Invoker mid
Shaman,
for C9.
Shaman safe lane. What is going on? Shaman safe lane or safe lane Shaman? Is that no? Maybe not.
Yeah, Fear is heading towards bottom here, and he's got a smoke picked up.
A smoke, and he bought support items. I think he bought something. He bought the courier. I think he bought the courier because his goal doesn't add up.
Yeah, and Zai is saving for probably just the Soul Rain rush, I guess, because they already have Sentry wards.
Yeah, and PPD bought wards and sentries, so I guess yeah, Fear got the courier.
All right, well, let's introduce our teams, guys. Could be EG's last in China, at least for now. We've got PPD playing the Alchemist, Universe the Void, as they 5-man into the Radiant Woods of Cloud9. Zai, your Enigma, and Fear, your Shadow Shaman. Arteezy bringing up the rear as the Viper. On the Radiant side, you have Cloud9, 1 win away from taking home $90,000 and change. AUI 2000, the support Warlock. Eternal Envy, your safe lane Clinks. Fada going mid is one of his many, I guess nowadays one of his many signature solo mids in the Invoker. Bo3, the offlane Prophet, and that puts Pylai onto the big playmaker for this team, at least for now, on the Scarif Mage.
Yeah, even with boots.
So scary.
Enigma offlane?
What?
Is he gonna do the ancient farming, or
No,
he's the only one here?
He's literally the offlane hero. Enigma's literally the offlane hero, and Shaman is the support.
Oh, nice. And he's got a DD, so maybe he can actually do a little bit here. But at the same time, it's actually pretty decent because they got the wards down, and Skywrath went boots, so they have no sentries to de-ward that. So it's just going to be Warlock zoning an Enigma, and he's going to get no extra experience. So I think this is pretty decent to start EG off.
It's also going to slow down Eternal Envy's economy quite a bit, which is really nice.
Oh, and
So
Enigma did eat
what
2
is the-
treants.
What do you think is the reasoning behind this? Why are they placing the Enigma here instead of... They just want to slow the things farm?
I guess they want to try pressuring and slowing down. Yeah, they must. It must be something like that. It's interesting, I guess.
The Shadow Shaman of Fear does have to be careful. Yeah, they already want to go on him with the nukes. But
No, here comes the Alchemist.
oh, there's more rotations inbound.
He's dead.
Alk stun
He's
on a
dead.
Bo3. Should be our first blood. Tries to retreat, but nowhere for Bo3 to go. And it's Universe who gets the first blood. Gets the last hit. It'll be boots up right away, or even a... Yeah, going straight for the treads, it looks like. Really nice start for him. Meanwhile, our mid lane, well, Invoker of Fada up against Arteezy's Viper. Early on, taking the point in Corrosive Skin. He was pulled 2 tangos. Fada getting some pulled regen as well.
He has corrosive skin now. So early.
Yeah.
93% win rate? That's disgusting.
What?
I am always surprised that they don't pick it more. Like, I've seen it just be ignored by them, even like into the 2nd or 3rd phase, but it shows you that
Oh, Zai. Zai might be in trouble here.
they want to keep the win rate, I guess, is
My
what
god.
K-pop's saying here. Well, Eternal Envy is harassing Zai heavily, but doesn't quite have enough damage to get the kill, so AUI will get the experience here in the bottom lane instead. Meanwhile, Bo3 has made his move to the jungle. They'll just leave the Scarith Mage to get what little he can off this top lane. Buys a smoke and may try to go mid. That's where teams have had the most success against Arteezy's Viper, is just pressuring him really early on. And with an Invoker here, if he gets a point in Quas, they might be able to get a kill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
EG, so earlier before, they smoked top and they killed the Furion right through the ward, so he had no idea, and then now they just countered the ward. So it's like a double smack in the face, too. Gotta love when that happens.
That is painful. And now the move mid. Eternal Envy's already coming in.
This
It's a level 2 Clinks.
Ganking Clinks?
I think it's enough if they get a good Cold Snap Sunstrike.
They're waiting for... No, he doesn't have cold snap
He
yet.
will in
needs
1
to-
creep. 2 creeps,
one creep.
maybe.
Oh no, they're just gonna go.
They're just gonna go. Sunstrike. It's a little bit too far back. It just hits before Arteezy arrives. If they just waited for level 4.
The courier, they saw the courier. Is the Prophet gonna try something?
It's just running straight back in 20 seconds if they want to go for this.
That ain't
Here
happening.
comes the PPD Alchemist Invis.
Fada, level 4, does have a forward speed out. He's also got a point in Cold Snap. And Alchemist is sitting on 1 armor, so if he doesn't get a good initiation on Fada, this could turn against him. But now PPD walks in, has Acid Spray ready, doesn't actually drop it before the stun, now will deploy it. Sunstrike thrown out defensively, hits PPD, but it won't matter. They still get the easy kill there on the Invoker.
This matchup's so awful.
Top lane as well, top lane as well. Paladine's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's so
One
dead.
bash and he's dead, but they don't get it. Still the right click. Ends his life as the Skywrath plummets towards the earth. So Cloud9 just dying all over the map.
Yeah, and they paid a heavy price trying to gank mid with their Klings.
Yeah, and I was about to say, actually, Invoker versus Viper, like, this matchup really is Viper heavy in the beginning, and then Invoker is able to take over.
Yeah, when you have your summons at higher level, you can actually take over the lane after that.
Yeah, but giving this, I think giving this, like, personally, give this Viper a lane ward, and Invoker literally just gets crushed completely in that lane.
So just put one like up here on the hill.
Yeah, like scrimming playing versus like Chinese teams, and we've seen people do that, and it's like so devastating.
He needs the Prophet to just come in and just give him a hand now. Paladine is going to deny the haste rune at top.
Boy, he would have loved to grab that mid, but and head towards mid, but unfortunately wasn't in position to do so. Yeah, but like you said, Witzer, it's a really big cost. Like, not only do they not get the kill, but Eternal Envy's forced to rotate. Well, not forced to, but chose to rotate, so...
I mean, he was diving before that. I mean, I understand his reasoning. He was diving the Enigma and he didn't manage to kill the Enigma. He went back to the river. He saw opportunity to kill the Viper if the Sunstrike lands. I mean, if he gets the kill, obviously it's okay, but now he's so far behind just because of that.
And nobody can lane top anymore. Universe is going to hit 6 in a minute at most, if not less. And once he has that, he can solo kill pretty much anyone with the treads. And if there's a +1, which there likely will be from Fear, there's just no chance. It's scary because they miss out on an entire lane of experience. While EG, they always have the ancient stacks to resort to. We see PPD farming those with Acid Spray now. The Enigma can go jungle. EG just getting a lot more off the map.
They're rotating the Enigma to the jungle now and just leaving the Alchemy spot and while he stacks whenever he can. I mean, I think this is just to allow Enigma just to catch up after doing his job, slowing down the Klings. I mean, the Klings, obviously he slowed himself down as well by going to middle, but I think it's time for the Enigma to just get his items and levels.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Another rotation.
Yeah, it's just going to be a little bit of a passive game in my opinion right now, because I don't see Skywrath being able to get a decent gank on this mid. They do give Fada a lane ward, but he's still going to be pressured.
I mean, they can actually kill if they bring the Prophet as well. If RTZ is far, like around the river, maybe they can actually get the kill, but it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, especially with a Bone 7 Prophet, because he's going straight into the Null Talismans. Probably will get the second one, and then go for the boots. A lot of early game damage for him, and not to mention, they do have Sunstrike, Cold Snap, both ready now. So.
Saving that tango though, this whole time.
Yeah, just for the Sprout. He's gonna save that one lone tango.
Yeah, he's got Bottle, so he can just Bottle Crow endlessly if he needs to. Nobody else on EG really needs the courier that much. So it's a smart move by him, keeping that tango in reserve.
Yep, Universe is probably gonna go gank pretty soon. You know, he's 6, getting his level 7. Maybe get his Mask of Madness first, then give Fear the lane.
Yeah, I think he's gonna wait for the Mask of Madness. Then he can just pick up anyone he wants to.
Is there any particular hero he should be going for? Or just any kill is good?
Probably the Klings.
Yeah, I think the Klings is like the highest priority kill, but I think anyone he gets, like, he doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter to him.
If you've watched Universe's Void, he just chronos the first thing he sees and kills it.
He's got the damage for it. Like, as soon as the Mask of Madness is out, he's only about 400 gold off.
He's one of the few players that uses the cooldown like every single time when it's up. It's damn good.
And at level 1, it's a decent cooldown with 2 minutes, but still not that long in the early game. Like, you'll have it up for the next team fight almost certainly.
Now let's check out these Ancients, stacked Ancients with Enigma.
Oh, they're gonna bring in the Enigma as well to do this, so this is gonna be a lot of experience for them as well.
Compared to Cloud9, you've got a Skywrath just sitting mid lane behind the Invoker. They're worried about ganks here. They are farming with the Prophet in the jungle, but it's just nothing compared to what EG will achieve here.
EG's hero, but it's like the state of the nature of their heroes, right? Enigma and Alchemist, they are able to do all this type of stuff, and whereas their supports, Skywrath, you need to kill some heroes to get some extra experience and levels, and Warlock basically you can't do jungle. That's the sad part about it. And here comes Envy, trying to gank the middle
Oh,
lane again.
Arteezy's getting cocky. He's up on the enemy hill by himself. No backup in sight. And he's going to pay for this with 4 heroes rotating in.
Man.
Cloud9 know him well. But Universe turns this. Chrono dropped and goes for Eternal Envy. He'll get at least the 1 kill. One more right click secures it. If he had a Mask of Madness, I think that might have been a double. But at the very least, will make his way out and get the retrade.
He's gonna have the Mask of Madness now.
Yeah, didn't have time to go to the base and grab it. And this will free up Fear on the top lane. With 4 heroes from Cloud9 coming towards mid, he's got wards ready.
And AUI in the bottom lane. They're both mirroring each other.
Wow, that's
He's gonna go for the ward drop on Pyro Die. I think he gets the kill here. Solo kill. No smoke. Tried to dodge the last volley of attacks, but he wasn't far enough away and instantly broken by the Shaman. It will kill him off in the end.
I think it's still okay though, because the wards doesn't do too much damage and you just lose the support, and Envy's gonna farm up all the wards.
And he needs this gold. His farm is not bad, but it's just nowhere near the enemy safe lane.
I mean, you waste a smoke there and you give a kill to Ross, so that's not so good.
Yeah. The thought
At
was
least-
nice, but
at least the Klings got some of it, and the power didn't take too much damage.
At least the effort was made to try to survive with the smoke usage.
at least he's not suicidal.
Otherwise, you flame him afterwards and be like, dude, why did you smoke?
And here comes Warlock with his Golem. He's gonna try and maybe pressure or get a kill on Universe, but it's not gonna be easy though. They need the silence from the Skyra for this kill.
Totally different Warlock game than last game. Cloud9 their draft just gives them a lot more room to take farm off the
Here
map.
comes the Prophet.
And the dive on Universe, but he's got Mask of Madness Coin Blade. Like, they can't even really go for him, so they'll just try to push instead. While Eternal Envy is perhaps hunting for a courier, but it's just not in vision. Won't end up securing the kill on that. They still keep on pushing forward.
Middle lane. They can actually get this kill with the Prophet ultimate.
Cold Snap is ready, but just barely gets the range for that one on Arteezy. Eternal Envy combining for this, and the Viper probably going down here. The Corrosive Skin and Ultimate doing a lot to slow him down, but Envy will still claim the kill.
And let the tilt begin, right? You were saying?
Let the tilt begin.
I feel like he's not having a fun game. I mean, it's one thing to just not get the early kills and struggle, but he just doesn't like Viper, man. It was very clear that he did not enjoy playing that hero. It's okay though. Universe is on Void. You can never lose faith if you're EG.
Yeah. They're doing pretty well.
And they still are on the dire side with Acid Spray hitting level 3. Viper.
Are they going to do Rush now? They're going for Rush. The mass TPing me though.
They have
Rush,
wards.
I guess.
I think they can
Yeah,
force
they're going
this
for
if they
Rush.
want.
They're going for Rush with Fear.
Yeah, and they've got a dust too.
Oh,
But
no,
Eternal
he
Enemy's
knows-
already
careful.
scouting this one out. He's going to
He's
be
gotta
in
be careful.
position to scout it.
He knows what's up. What's going on?
I'll see it coming, but the question is, can he stop it? No vision right now for EG to deal with
They've
yeah.
got
him.
the rock and they've got the upheaval. This is not a good place to fight with that.
I think they're gonna try. Yeah, they're gonna try and fight here with the
They're
rock.
gonna. Oh, they do have the.
Oh, they're gonna get.
Eternal Envy
smashed.
runs
Here it
in.
comes.
There's a sentry now, but the Golem has been thrown out, and AUI 2000 gets off his slow. The upheaval preventing EG from retreating. While the Golem does the work, Fear drops low. Will end up falling down. Then the Chronosphere from Universe attempting to turn this fight around, but Mask of Madness was cooling down. He had to use it to get here a bit quicker, and now only now can he pop it. Well, it looks like they might still get the favorable trade. 3 heroes drop. It was a beautiful Golem, but they just didn't quite have the follow-up.
I was just waiting for Universe to port, and then that was the key for it.
The Golem died very quick as well. Under there. Died to the
Yeah,
wall.
acid spray, corrosive, and the wards.
It was, and Universe didn't even have his Mask of Madness like available for that fight. Otherwise, it could have been a lot worse. I think he would have gotten an extra kill, but
Okay, they're giving RTZ. The Aegis, he's not gonna tilt.
yeah, this will help resuscitate his game. They dive Fear top lane. Sunstrike, he'll actually juke up, well, maybe not realizing it's coming, but will manage to dodge away from that one. And then they TP in Arteezy to keep him alive, but 4 heroes are coming top. There's no
They're
rock
gonna
from
deny that
AUI.
power.
This is a dangerous dive. Well, now, not with the tower gone. Now they can really go for this. They'll start laying into Fear. Upheaval's there, but there's nothing to cancel Fear's shackle, so Eternal Envy gets dusted, ends up dropping. Bone7 now trying to give chase, but Arteezy's just a bit too tanky for this. Turns on Bone7. He's been slowed down a lot by the Upheaval. Can't get in range for the finishing blows, so he turns back towards Fada, but can't even finish him off. And the heal will keep him alive. He dies once. I think he's going down again. Sunstrike's ready.
Sunstrike.
Arteezy nearly trapped in, tries to retreat to the right, but where's the backup for him? PPD's channeling a stun. Uh-oh. This could go the other direction. Viper Strike onto Bone7. Now the stun onto Fada. Arteezy low, but the Treants can't finish the job. He lives on 68 health, and Fada makes his move to the left. He can Ghost Walk if he needs to.
Aoi should be dead as well. Aoi should be dead as well.
He's going to Cold Snap, and then Universe jumping in. Doesn't even need the Chrono. AUI will get stunned, and that's going to be 2 more heroes down. Well, maybe not. Jukes of the trees. TP's out. Chrono, 5 seconds. He makes it out.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the biggest blocks from the Forge Spirits ever. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
They looked like they had like bigger squares than they should have there, actually. Bigger hitboxes.
Yeah, it looks like Universe's hero just, like, gave up for a second, just couldn't find a path in. But C9 will try to take a tier 1 bottom, and in the end, the Aegis does almost immediately dissipate. Didn't get anything really accomplished with that. And we do have an instant replay from that Chinese stream. Hashtag production value. Of course, it's like 360p, so there's always that.
Oh my god, I'm so worried when I look at Envy's net worth. Oh dear.
Oh god, I haven't looked at it yet. I've still been looking at last hits. Alright, here goes. Oh no.
He's the safe lane, man. He has the same net worth as like off lane / jungle. Prophet.
You know when you have 3 TPs at 14 minutes in your inventory, things have been going wrong because you're mashing those TPs when you're dying.
Yeah. Yeah, just spend the gold while you can, because you're not farming a bigger item unless this game turns a bit.
And if you're saying you're not farming a bigger item as Clinks, I mean...
It's odd because Eternal Envy's old style of Clinks was just the Midas Rush and a much more greedy, split push oriented build, but he really tries to get involved early with the hero, and sometimes it's great though. Like this game makes it look bad, but if he gets that first kill mid, if they just wait for Cold Snap and then go in, it could have been a much different beginning for him.
Yeah. So they're gonna try and pick up Void. With the silence? Oh no, they're not gonna find him.
They are hunting in the jungle, but Universe is not easy prey as he picks up a Maelstrom. 15-minute Maelstrom Mask of Madness treads. He's at 7k net worth.
He's just gonna kill anything he chronos. Just basically that.
Yeah, I don't really see anyone surviving through this. And already the jump in on Fada. The Mask of Madness is thrown out, but the Scarlet Mage just waiting for this with the ult. And that will force him off the fight.
Yeah, and the Sprout as well. Bo3 did that the last fight too. The Chronosphere, he sprouted the target that was being focused.
Well, now the Chrono's down, do Cloud9 try to force something? They know it's not ready for this defense.
You really have to try and get something done.
This is what you mentioned, guys. Like, once these creeps start to stack up, the double Forward Spirits, the Treants, the Necrobooks coming for Fada. Oh, Eternal Envy TP now right as the stun.
Oh, Fear might be dead. Does he have a blink? No, he doesn't have a blink. He wants to kill Envy. Okay, he's gonna die.
Oh, the wards were dropped for this, but they're gonna end up being farmed up, and tries to juke around the trees. Nowhere to go. He will get some decent damage on the tower, but then gives all his ward gold away.
Space created though.
He lost 250 gold. He didn't buy TPs before dying.
He wanted to save for the blink, dude. He's like so close.
That's the worst feeling.
What does the Enigma have right now? He's finishing his treads, Mac. Oh, he's not exactly that rich either.
Yeah, and Arteezy's opting to just rush at that BKB. He definitely has to. I think it's probably better. Unless they like win like a massive team fight and get something out of it and get the Ags in one buy. I think he should get the BKB.
Yeah, definitely very helpful against the Seal. The Seal just amplifies too much on him.
Yeah, and Cold Snap. Like, at that point, you're just not auto-attacking in the fights if you're Viper. You're pretty much down for the count. And there is still decent physical damage from Cloud9, so even with a BKB, Arteezy can't be too overzealous, but they'll at least have to use a Warlock ult to prevent him from TPing out. And I'm still if I'm Cloud9, I'm very concerned about the Clinks. Like, if the Clinks and Prophet are farmed, the Invokers had a good start. You can spread this map out, prevent EG from getting their big AoE ults, but given the state of the game...
Like, imagine if those three were farmed, like really farmed. Like, the Invoker is doing fine. I mean, you have Forge Spirits pushing somewhere, Treants pushing somewhere, and then you have the Clinks trying to find space to gank. I mean, that would be the ideal situation for them, so that EG cannot stick and push S5 with their wards, Chronosphere, Black Hole, and everything. But there's still a downside of playing that way because like the Void can like kill anyone. If he finds anyone, it's just basically you're dead. So if you're playing that way as a Prophet, you want to have a blink.
And it's also just the fact that EG have the big AoE ults, and they're on the dire side here. So anytime C9, anytime Roche is up, like it's very difficult for them to engage into the pit. We saw that the last fight where AUI got an excellent Golem off, a really good upheaval, and then they still couldn't take the fight.
Yeah, like you mentioned before, what do they have as follow-up? Not much. Like they need to land like basically the best scenario would be he golems 3 heroes, and then follows up with a sprout or something. Then the meteor, the rock comes down. That is like the biggest damage, the rock and the mystic flare.
And yeah, that and the Deafening Blast, like that combo from Fada, I think is the key. That really is the follow-up if they want to take a 5v5
fight.
Yeah,
he needs to land that spell. Otherwise, the fight will be instantly turned over. Like we saw in the last fight, the Void comes in and just chronos right after you drop your rock, and everything else gets stopped behind, and you just can't finish off targets.
But I just don't feel like that's ever an opportunity that can happen in one of these games. I mean, if once Fear gets his Blink Dagger, even if they get a good Golem off like that and he gets an upheaval, Fear can just go and initiate on somebody else. Like he can just blink, hex the Invoker and trap him. As long as you stop the combo, it's fine. And then once they get BKBs as well, just that 1 second of stopping the combo ruins it.
And this is all before the Void gets BKB. And once he has that, like even if they Golem him, like he's still going to be able to continue killing someone off in chrono.
I don't think he cares if they Golem him.
Yeah, that's the concern.
I mean, he would be even happier if they Golem him instead of trying to stop the black hole with the Golem when the Enigma has BKB.
It makes Zai's life a lot easier having that additional initiation on his side.
Yeah, I think like C9, the best way of C9 approaching, like probably the way that has the highest chance of success would be just to spread everyone all over the map and try to avoid getting caught. Like somehow someone has to die at some point to the Void, but just try to make use of the situation to get farm on everyone else.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I think it's also just the style that favors their team best in general is that chaotic spread the map type of play.
Having one guy at top, having one guy at bottom, someone at their ancient, someone at their ancient, someone below, someone in the jungle.
Alright, we're back in. What was happening? I completely forgot.
Blade Mill on Prophet just happened.
Oh yeah, Bone7 is going for his classic build, the triple Mel Towers.
And book 1 on Fata, nice.
Yeah, and they also do have good heroes to take towers. Like it's not just that they're good at split pushing.
At Envy, this is. He just bought a Midas.
Can he get away with this?
I guess he kind of had to go for it. I guess.
Is there really another option at this point? Like, because it's gonna be such a late Orchid, or if he tried to go for that, he could go Blink.
I don't think he's.
You don't go Orchid. No,
yeah, you don't go Orchid after this. You just go for some damage item or like whatever that gives your team more damage. I don't think he goes Orchid anymore.
Yeah, Viper already has BKB. Void will go for one next. The Enigma's gonna build one eventually, so it's way too late for that. I mean, the other thing Envy does like is the Blink Dagger on Clinks.
I don't know. Maybe.
Blink it? No, but I think Blink is fine. I think it can be okay.
Yeah, because of the chrono. You can dodge the chrono.
And Cloud9 they're following your recipe, guys. Just split pushing bottom lane and dodging fights for now.
Yeah, they have to. They can't fight this. They're gonna lose 2 towers probably here. And Universe with the smoke, he might get the fodder right here.
I think he's dead.
This is a big hero to kill.
Yeah, he's dead here.
Oh my goodness, there's just no chance.
And
just a single bash. PPD almost gets the last hit on that kill.
And a tower. Oh, nice.
They still have wards up. They're gonna take 3 towers on the back of that one kill in the push top lane in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is very bad.
Game got grim fast.
Eternal Envy is scouting out the rotation of the Alchemist. There's a black hole ready, mech's up as well, and Arteezy doesn't have the BKB yet. He tries to TP out, but there's just nothing to prevent this. Now actually he decides to fight. He turns, throws out his ultimate on Bone7, and tanks through the blade mail damage. Bone7 nearly dying to this. They will lose their Enigma as Arteezy makes his retreat. Ward's already been used. They'll upheaval to slow this down. The pursuit continues. The Fear blinks away, so they're going to have to sack Arteezy. Bought his BKB already, but well, maybe Fear can keep him alive. He shackles Eternal Envy, and there's just no chase inbound. Selfless play from the old man. And support will arrive soon. Sunstrike wasn't on the mark there. And Fear turns to fight AUI 2000. PPD's backing up. They might actually get the kill and keep the Shaman alive. Can they do it? The damage is there for PPD and Fear. Tick down to Shadow Word. Still, though, they get the Golem kill for Universe.
Yeah, that Sunstrike was actually predicting Fear to blink after that Shackle. Oh dear. If that happened, it would be so awesome.
Yeah. Would have been ridiculous, but really nice play there by Fear to
And
keep
Envy is actually
Arteezy alive.
waiting for Arteezy, but Arteezy is hiding in the trees.
Give me a way out,
Sunstrike?
bro.
Sunstrike? Nope.
He's Sunstrike here. He was expecting him to be hiding in the trees here.
That would have been ridiculous if he found him there.
They just placed a sentry here. They were thinking Envy was still hunting the Viper.
Knowing Envy, it wouldn't surprise me if he had chosen to go that route. Like, he loves to go for those plays.
Somehow, even though they lost 3 towers there, it looks like C9 actually are doing pretty okay with that. Now they have book 3 on Fada.
Yeah, book 3 on Fada. Envy might is starting to kick in a little bit at least. Up to 1500 gold.
He's not going to go for a blink. He's going for a Chrysalis, I think.
Got Mech Warlock. We got. I wonder if Pi meant to do this. He has 2 points in Concussive instead of 2 in this Ancient Seal.
Any reason you can think of to go that route?
Nope.
Double damage though, 60 to 120. Or he was just taking it just because he wanted to finish a kill, I guess. And his silence already on cooldown. I'm not sure.
It must. It's something like that, or it's a misclick.
Yeah, it seems on paper like Ancient Seal is just flat out better to max in almost every situation.
Yeah, just because it buffs multiple things. And also, it looks like the Clinks is actually going for small crit.
Yeah, Chrysalis. He's going for Chrysalis.
Or Blade Mill. Kappa.
Kappa. Okay, he goes for the...
Hey man, you've got the extra HP from Death Pact. And it was buffed in the last patch, so it lasts longer. But yeah.
Basically, you have your ultimate up at level 16 all the time.
But the problem is EG are building a lot of BKBs, so Blade Mail is not going to be extremely effective this game. They've already got 2. They're working on a 3rd on Zai. So I think we'll more likely see that crit.
Yeah, he needs to deal a lot more damage, for sure.
Blade Mail has been kind of the crazed item, though, like especially with profits, but just in general, it seems like there's been a Blade Mail renaissance lately.
I've seen some people getting Blade Mails on OD because it gives OD armor, damage, and intelligence. So
everything an OD needs. Are they going to smoke C9? They're worried about a Roshan. They see PPD just chilling near the pit. Hasn't actually respawned yet. It's going to be about 1.5 to 2 minutes. No, I'm sorry, more like 1 minute before it does.
I think he's going to die.
This is an awkward position. PPD is pretty much dead at this point.
What's up?
Do they back him up though with Fear?
It's not happening.
No. Too bad for C9 there's no Roche ready.
Oh, here comes Universe.
Chrono in, gets it on 2. Onto Pylite, the Rock was deployed to back him up, and now BKBs fights his way through this. If he gets a Bastion Fodder, they might lose him as well, but they don't have it. And they wait for the Black Hole and Zai. Can't find the opening for it while Fear gets slowed down and...
is he gonna die
Will he die to the Necro?
Warriors?
No Sunstrike, 14 is should be fine to hold down on Bone, and he's dead.
Oh, Eidolon's bringing him low. Can they finish the job though?
Oh!
He's not quite dead yet. In fact, they turn. Fada dropping the Ice Path on Zai to slow him down as well. There's just no way to retreat out from this. And it looks like Zai, even through the mech, will end up going down. So they get 2. They only lose 1.
Here comes Envy.
And they actually, yeah, and just now the Alchemist respawning. Envy joins the fray and Arteezy. BKB not going to help him too much against this Clinks. Will actually be a little bit scared. No, now he's got a ward. He spots out Arteezy and wants to go back in. And Universe just waits.
To go back in too.
Universe wants to go back in as well. He jumps straight on AOI 2000. They've got an Alk stun inbound. The concussive shot flies and will prevent Universe from going for an easy second kill. But Pi's got stunned up, and he will drop. Universe in the Sprout. Looks like he'll take down. That's a big kill on him. But a return kill still comes on Nature's Prophet, and they look for Fada. The Alk stun 1 second off cooldown. Couldn't get it in time.
Fear actually staying there when he was. Oh my bad. Fear staying there when he was that low. He ended up just. Pi came back to life, runs there, and he gets hexed and killed instantly without doing anything again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got double
so
stunned by
unfortunate.
the concussion as well.
Yeah.
The Prophet and the Shaman. Sunstrike gonna scout out the rush.
Yeah, that Alk stun is really nice, especially considering that they have like 2 really long cooldown stuns and the Black Hole and Chrono. Just having a spammable one, it helps them take these prolonged fights when the Chrono and Hole have been used.
Acid Spray is just so obnoxious with the roster wards as well. On top of Midnight Pulse, like overall the team fight for EG is just so obnoxious.
And I think it's credit to Cloud9 that they're holding even in these fights. Graph is not tipping their way in terms of gold. Experience does tip a bit, but for now Roche not yet given their way. The issue is Golem's down for 40 seconds. Chrono's up, and EG are looking to take that Roche out right now. Gonna be hard for C9 to stop
if
this.
the game draws out longer, I mean, the Midas would actually be helpful for the Klings a lot more now. It's gonna help him get a lot stronger. Because none of Fiji has Midas.
There's just no way C9 go for this.
Yeah, how do they do? There's no way.
They have to give it up, I think. Then just try to make up from other places on the map.
Maybe they try anyway. Sunstrike's there, but Universe backtracking that one.
Yeah, he has Necrobook. He might be able to deny this.
Sprout. Oh, Bone7 now. Ward zoning him out of the fight, but the Mystic Flare won't really do any damage. Universe jumps forward. Then BKB's Chrono just clipped 4. It got them at the boundaries. Bone7, second on the list, looking for more. AUI 2000 tries to get off the rock. He'll do so, but he can't get out of this even so. And now they'll kill off the Golem as well. It's an absolute disaster in the end on that side of the fight. But on the other end, Bone7 rejoins, looks to finish off Zai. He's brought back for this. He will end up getting the kill there, but Universe just keeps on fighting him. It's 4 down. It's an ultra for him, and they look to make it even more. Bone7's trapped. This is going to be the 5th kill of the fight, and a die back for the Nature's Prophet. And EG take a rampage for Universe. Oh, that's bad.
He deserves that rampage after that chrono.
I thought it would get just the 2. These 2 were like, it looked like they were outside of the chrono.
They were like outside of the chrono, but he still got them.
Like their like pinky finger was held back by it.
Alright, what? Now he's got 96% win ratio? What is it?
Are we calling it now, Yanis? Is that where we stand?
I don't know. Are you seeing these plays?
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. I kind of agree, but ouch.
This guy's a beast.
Well, if EG win this game, we get a fresh best of 3. And are you gonna soldier on with more coffee, or are you just saying screw it, man? I'm going to bed.
I think I might not be able to make it. I'm gonna try.
No, it's. I'll still love you even if you can't, buddy. But yeah, it looks like EG's game at this point. They're really far ahead, and it's not like their lineup falls off really soon. There's plenty of room to grow here on Universe. They've got item progression for Zai. He picks up the plate mail now, can work towards the Shivas. Arteezy's still got his Ags to build. I mean, they've got a. It's not. I don't really see Cloud9 taking this ultra late unless they can just avoid those team fights. Like, they're going to have to spread the map and go for split push, pickoffs, and at some point, EG, you have to expect the death ball comes down mid. Well, forget about later. They want to do it right now.
Unreal.
They need to wait for the Shaman to get over here, but he's trying to wait for someone to pick off. He has Blink Force. If the Prophet comes down, he can definitely solo kill the Prophet.
And PPD is skirting these trees, moving pretty deep into Cloud9 territory as he looks for kills.
If the smoke breaks here, Paladin might die.
Universe stops just in time, just a bit short of the Skywrath. But with Universe up this far, they've got to know that he has backup nearby, and now they rotate mid.
He's actually choosing to max the concussive shot on purpose, if you look at his skill build right now.
Interesting.
Is it just so, like when the Void tries to chase him, he has trouble staying in range?
Maybe looking at the lineup of EG, like he can't really even get in close enough to use Ancient Seal. Just dies.
Maybe if the Void chronos and he's not caught, but there's still a BKB there, so it doesn't really help you. Yeah. Well, EG siege, and it's just a very quiet forfeit of a tower from C9.
Yeah, they have no choice. I mean, there's nothing much they can do now.
Well, if you're EG, just wait for wards to cool down and go high ground, right? Like, no reason to wait any longer.
Yeah, and Envy goes finishing up his Daedalus, and then also Fada gets an ulti orb. I thought he was actually gonna go for a blink dagger or something for some little bit of mobility.
I'm thinking blink as well, just because of the chrono.
Yeah, it really does help a lot. And you can just blink into position like right next to the chrono as well to like stop it, like deafening blast him instantly or something.
He loves it for the split push as well, because you can just play way more aggressively and retreat at the last possible second.
Yeah, exactly. Or even bots. Like, so you see a lot of people do bots. I'm not the biggest fan of that though.
Yeah, it gives you mobility around the map, but when it comes to a crucial team fight,
here comes the blink
you don't have
on
to
Avi
jump.
though.
Yep, Blink Warlock. He
did go back for the mech first, which I do like this game.
Yeah, no one can actually build the mech anyway. Like, no one was building it. Evoker wasn't building it because he needed to be more of a force in the fight. So Prophet is building his blade mail.
Yeah, Bone7 doesn't like any other build, at least not recently. And he has found great success with this in games past, but
I just feel not every game is like he's been doing this. Not every game this build is like the most optimal. Like some games he does really well.
Which build are you saying?
The blade mail null talisman.
Yeah,
stuff.
I actually was just thinking about that too. I was like zoned out, thinking on my own, and I was just like, I actually don't like this build every time. It's not that good.
Yeah, like sometimes, for example, this game, I would have been more comfortable with the Necrobook on the Prophet.
Yeah, at least you can split push. Like,
yeah, he really doesn't threaten buildings. Like, that's 2k gold invested in your blade mail. And they start to chase Pylai die. With the Viper Strike, he'll be brought low, but mech'd and then healed up again by the Warlock Shadow Word. That keeps him in fighting shape for now, but barely at that. Still, the tier 3 will fall, and the racks are exposed. Universe could jump this, but he's really not in any rush to do so. They'll forfeit a tier 2 mid, but EG have their eyes on a bigger objective. That's going to be the Rex bottom, and the wards just continue to siege this one out. Arteezy, another Toxin aiding him in his effort to kill this building, and we'll finish him off. Upheaval just not really mattering. They'll find the Rex anyway. And uncontested from C9. Not like they really could have fought it.
yeah, they would just lose everything that they did. They went in on that.
And I think if you're EG, you wait for wards, go down mid. Maybe go down top instead if you want, but could wait for the next stages at the longest.
Yeah, just look at how farm is that Shaman, man. He's more farm than the Enigma.
This is the second Fear Shadow Shaman I've seen, and he's been very impressive on the hero. Always finds his farm, allows the team to take Rosh early, constantly getting kills with the wards or towers. Like, sometimes you see Shamans drop the wards and not really take objectives, but pretty much every set of wards, aside from the first one, has been a big objective secured.
Yeah, and then even going back to this like Furion build though, like if you really add up all the gold that he spends on finishing the treads, the blade mail, the 2 nulls, that's a book 2. That's like 3,800 gold.
Yeah, and he tries to get a bit of split push now with the Mjolnir, but he's not killing buildings that quickly with that.
And you have to think about it as well. If he builds blade mail, I mean, if he builds Necrobook, obviously he'll be actually more rich than building the blade mail over a course of time.
Because he's farming faster, yeah.
Yeah, because you're using your stuff to farm, and you don't have to be like in this game. You're afraid of the void, so you don't have to be in the lane. You just farm with your book and your summons. Oh, I think Aoi's gonna get caught.
Fear is hunting him in the tree line. AUI goes for the TP out. Will he get the Hex off in time? He's got like a quarter of a second.
Oh my god, that was close.
Too late. That was close though. That was very close.
The Yule's movement speed almost got him there in time.
Yeah.
It's true. Whenever you're talking about move speed and Shadow Shaman, it's almost always a bad thing. But with the Yules, he's actually not completely pathetic.
It's quite good. 380 is good.
That is solid. And
I wish Crystal Maiden one day could actually buy Yules as a core.
Dude, I know, man. I know.
my
Trust
god.
me, that's my champion. I love that here.
285. Oh my
I
god.
love CM.
I miss those big Crystal Maiden ultimates that we saw at TI3. Like the one that really stands out is the Fluff and Stuff ult. I think it was versus LGD. That was.
I think the biggest one was Aki. I think.
Aki had a really big one. I think it was mid lane, like in the river as well.
No, it was here. It was here. He was standing here and he wiped LGD with that ultimate.
It's been a while, man, since the CM days.
But the thing that I miss with CM the most is just having CM as my teammate. You know.
Always having mana, always being able to spam your spells.
Yeah, that's like
it feels very League of Legends-esque when you have a CM on your team, because that game, like, you can always spam your spells.
If you're like on the off lane as like a Cloud or Elder Titan and you have CM, you're like, oh yes, I can get one more creep with this mana.
It's one of those things, like, it's really hard to measure its impact, but it adds up in a big way over time. It's hard to see it.
It's not like you can count like how much heal you have done for your team or how much damage you did to towers or anything. The aura is just basically something you have no idea how it helped, how much it actually helped during the laning phase. In like 1v1 in the middle matchup, you get more mana than the opponent. You get to use one more spell to spam. It's always gonna make a difference.
Yeah, maybe they're too low HP to go for the rune. Maybe your teammate's able to gank them where they otherwise couldn't. But difficult to quantify.
I just missed that hero.
Well, we'll have hopefully some new heroes coming soon to break up Techie's mania. Pit Lord's apparently fairly close.
Oh, let's hope for Oracle. It's a great hero.
That hero is very broken.
I have never even played that hero.
Don't even think about it.
My personal favorite though is...
Is it the hero that can make a copy of himself?
No, that's Arc Warden. That is the ultimate Arteezy hero. It's the double Midas hero.
That's a double Midas, double Dagon, double Ethblade.
Yeah, the build that was really popular when that hero came out was like you'd get Midas and you just get a Necro 3, and you have a double Necro 3. You've got the one spell that makes everything have 100% evasion, and you just get to the tower, pop the two books. I forget what it's even called, but you pop like the invincibility field basically, and you just take like every time it's up you take a tower.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
It's like a super Shadow Shaman, but it does need a bit of farm.
Talk about dumb. Dota used to have a hero that you deal damage based on how much gold you have.
Yeah, I remember that.
I have no idea
Gambler.
if you played that hero before. Just like if you have 2k gold and you deal like there's a chance that you deal 2k damage with one spell or something, or right click.
Yep, it was Ownage. That was a long time ago.
May he rest in peace. That was even before Ice Frog took over Dota, I believe.
No, I
or
think
like
it was
right when he took it over, maybe.
Yeah, right when he took over.
As soon as he had his chance, you know, the rumor is that Ice Frog hates techies and doesn't want him in Dota, but you can't remove him at this point. He's just too much of a fan favorite.
Squee and splee.
Can you imagine if Ice Frog got deleted from, like, if any hero ever got deleted from Dota? Not even just techies, but
I'd be pissed.
Everyone's like, oh, delete Doom from Dota. That's a stupid hero. Delete Tinker from
Doom,
Hero.
I'd be actually
from
fine
Dota.
with it.
Tinker is the other big one that people want to delete.
No, Tinker's fun though.
I think Tinker's
annoying.
Fun. Delete the hero that deletes everyone else from the game. How just would that be?
There you go.
Oh. Now we get an unpause, guys, and we're back into it. If EG take this game, it will be the second set going to them, and that means we'll go to a deciding third set to see who takes the series. Should Cloud9 somehow come back into it, then it will be over. But right now, it looks like EG have full control of the game, and they push through mid looking for their second lane of Rex. Pylite will try to hold the line, but it's Cloud9 looking to split push. And
Prophet needs to clear out the creep wave. Someone has to clear out the creep wave behind.
Yeah, cut
Oh, he is. There it is. There's a Force Spirit and a Treant.
They're working on it. And EG will actually have to back because of this.
Okay, here comes Envy.
Everybody's working together to split push.
Or what's he going?
What else could it be?
Hex, probably.
That's only 2. Unless it's a Bloodstone, and then it
has to be myself. A Hex, right?
Yeah, Lincoln's isn't going to help you that much this game.
Envy? Watch out, buddy.
He's a gem.
PP is a gem and a Blink Dagger. He's going to jump forward onto Eternal Envy. Fear's going to follow him up, and they found the rat. They found the Bone Man. And they'll kill him with ease.
Slain.
That was brutal.
I was like, where's he going? Where's he? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Splat.
Yep.
Universe has an Ags now, so every 60 seconds, multiple people will die.
Every 60 seconds he gets a Rampage, perhaps. He's cut the Mjolnir up too. C9 are a bit tankier now though. Like they've got 1700 health on the Invoker. Still, you're at least losing 2.
I don't think that matters. If you have Midnight Pulse on you.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you've got Arteezy pounding away from outside the Chrono. And this is, as we've been pointing out, as you guys mentioned, where, you know, the Prophet just doesn't split push fast enough. He can at least get the waves out, but he can't really threaten buildings with just a Mjolnir.
He's actually quite fast now. It's just that he needed to do this a lot earlier, but his item selection doesn't allow him to do it earlier. That was the issue, and he's gonna die.
Oh, Chrono from Universe. Well, at least he draws Universe back, so he does delay this, but it's just a free kill going their way.
Universe can just make his way towards. Oh, he still doesn't have the axe, so it doesn't cool down that fast, but it's still just 1 minute cooldown.
And he's gonna bring the. This is where you just need like boots of travel, maybe. What's that?
You're not streaming your camera right now, by the way.
Okay.
Apparently, I just got like spam.
that is all on K-Pop-tosis, man.
Ix Mike just started flaming me, and I'm like, what do you want from me?
Blame the Southern man in the house. Alabama's finest. He's actually looking up stats though, so we'll cut him some slack.
Okay, that's Roshan. Wow, they're actually taking this very, very cautiously though.
Now everybody's probably confused. You have to recite everything that happened, LD, for the past 2 minutes. Go.
Void, Chrono, Prophet top. He died, and now we're gonna have a fight. No, just kidding. This is a very mobile Shadow Shaman. Yeah, that's all I got, Yanis.
What else does he need?
Alright, I'm disappointed.
This is the favorite spot of Bone7. Here. These are his areas to live at this stage of the game. But they don't have the Tinker like they did the last time we saw his Prophet to get the lanes to the towers, so he can't really threaten Rex. And EG will go for Roche. This is going to be Aegis and Cheese, and with that, really nothing stopping them. Once again, a Chrono from Universe, this time on mid. See ya, Pylai die. Easy kills. Like, it's just hopeless for anyone from C9 who gets caught. I'm feeling a little defeated for the C9 fans here, guys.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I don't really know what they can do at this point. I mean, Clinks is okay versus Void if he's ahead, but if he's behind, he's atrocious, and if he's equal, he's quite atrocious as well, so...
Tough situation.
You're not supposed to fall behind as a Kings.
Yeah.
And you do go back to the laning stage where he went for that early gank, just didn't end up getting the kill. Those types of movements and the early bottle pickup to try and control the room.
The first dive on the Enigma would have been a kill if they actually... They had a Sunstrike, but they didn't try and use it. It was a level 2 Sunstrike.
Yeah, all those little things just slowing down his economy to the point where he's just too far behind.
Die. He's gonna die.
And Malefice. Again, it is at least stalling EG, but only for a time. And Eternal Envy...
Stalling just means that you lose slower. At this point, they need to get something done, but they can't.
They're stalling, but they're not catching up in gold. They don't have the better late game lineup necessarily.
They're trying to fatigue them.
This is all about the deciding set. That's what you're saying, basically.
This is the stamina game. This is the war of stamina right now.
Oh, we'll see if Cloud9 have it.
It's always about the war of attrition, man.
I mean, in Chinese, it's like fitting for Chinese Dota. You have WPC Ace, where both grand finals were best of 7. The DK IG grand finals, I believe it was, ended up going a full 7 games. And DK were trailing 0-3. They had a really long break. It was like a 12-hour series, so I suppose to have it on Chinese soil going the distances is only appropriate. They do spot the courier now. Uh-oh. This could be a dead...
Courier. 300 gold for team, 200 gold for team, something like that.
Bone7's blink is cooling down. I think he wants to wait for that first before he goes. Might just get on the return trip.
Yeah, probably. Anything he can get, he's gonna scavenge for his team.
And it seems like EG basically want to ensure that all 3 lanes are pushed in so they can just get onto the high ground for this death push. And they've got all 3 lanes close. Prophet's gonna cut top. The Clinks could try to get out and cut bottom lane, and he will run directly past Universe. But has to be wary not to fall into the Alchemist's open arms, who currently sits mid. And EG prepped for a high ground push. They're near the base, but they don't quite have the creeps that they want. Universe looking for Fada now, will jump in, but he gets insta-hex. Fada was ready for this. Still, Fear comes in, but then Cyclone connected on 3. The follow-up golem is there, and then what? And then the Chrono, and Universe still goes onto Fada. Will kill off the Invoker, it feels, and yeah, gets him in the end. He's godlike. It's been a long time since he got his last kill, but he finds him in the end. At the well, they farm them, and EG pretty much telling C9 that they just need to GG out. It's over. And Envy will call it. C9 couldn't take the first series. Zai celebrates with a black hole. And we are going to a deciding set. Not a deciding game, but a deciding best of 3. This is going to be a long night, boys.
Yep, long night.
Well, for you, it's a day, Winter. I guess it's evening time now? Evening time?
Yeah, I'm on the same time zone as China, so it's fine. It's just dinner time now.
Yanis is on like the worst possible time zone for this on the East Coast.
I'm actually asleep, dude. I'm on my keyboard, man.
Well,
face on keyboard.
Well, I don't want you to die of lack of sleep. So if you need to go after this game, I appreciate it. All right, I appreciate it anyway. But yeah, guys, in case this is Fog's last game, be sure to follow him at FogDota. You can support Navi US that way and show him some love on Facebook. Is it FogDota there as well, I believe?
It might just be Fogged.
Okay. Well, either way, you can Google it and find out. With that being said, guys, we've got another best of 3 coming up. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll get the breakdown from whoever is lingering in the analyst panel. Not sure if they've stuck around after that game, but hopefully we've got some people that lend some insight. And then we come back for the final best of 3. EG versus Cloud9 continues after this. You've been watching WEC China, brought to you by Beyond the Summit. Stay tuned.